Welcome. My name is Rebecca Joe. Today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite grounding, restorative lower back and hip release sequences using a wall for support. This short, simple practice feels great after a long day of travel or sitting at a desk. It's also a nice way to center yourself and regulate your emotions before a big day. Really, you can do it anytime you need to feel a little bit better and have an open wall space. I'll show you optional variations using a yoga block, strap, blanket, and a sandbag, but everything can be done without extra props if you don't have them available. So gather your things and set yourself up near a wall. We'll begin by taking our legs up the wall. To get into this position, sit down on the floor, slide as close to the wall as you can before lying back and swinging your legs up. Rest your hands on the front of your body for a few breaths to acclimate into this new orientation. Anchor your awareness into your breath. Feel the front of your body expand into your palms as you inhale. Feel the back of your body settle into the support of the ground and the wall as you exhale. With your inhale, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return to a natural breath. Slowly bend your knees toward your chest and lightly press your feet into the wall. Place your feet at a distance that allows you to maintain a relatively neutral pelvis, sliding towards or away from the wall throughout the practice as you need to maintain that position. Without actually moving your feet, energetically pull your heels down towards the floor to slightly engage the back of your legs. If you do not have extra props, simply extend your legs up the wall again. If you have a strap, loop it around your legs about mid-calf, just wide enough for your legs to rest, about hips distance or slightly wider. You want your legs to fall into the strap, not be strapped together. If you happen to have a sandbag, place it on the bottoms of your feet before extending your legs up to add to that sensation of grounding and settling within your hips and lower back. Once you get your legs in place, you can settle your hands back onto the front of your body. You could also bring your arms into a cactus position, resting the back of your hands to the floor so you create a little more space across your collarbone. Another nice variation is to create a diamond around your head, holding one wrist with the opposite hand. Whichever variation of the arms you choose, just making sure that you're able to rest there comfortably, you're not creating extra strain or tension by trying to hold your arms in place. Will remain in this shape for a couple minutes. Shift and reposition yourself as needed. If the sensation of having your legs up becomes uncomfortable, lower your knees back into your chest for as long as it feels necessary. Returning to that practice of counting our breath, we'll take a few rounds of a four-part or box breath. Inhaling, we'll count to 5, holding the breath in for a count of 5, exhaling for a count of 5, and then retaining the breath out for a count of 5. If you are unable to hold your breath for any reason, come back to that equal in and out breath that we did earlier instead. With your inhale, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue counting your breath in your head. Adjust the count as you need to accommodate your breath capacity, increasing, decreasing to make it work for you, but maintaining that steady rhythm and equal balance to the parts of your breath. Complete one more cycle of 4-part box breath. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Return to a natural breath rhythm. Slowly bend your knees into your chest. Remove your props and set them off to the side. Bring your knees toward your underarms and take a hold of your feet to move into happy baby. If your feet feel far away, you can hold the back of your knees instead. Lightly kick your feet up into your hands while pulling your knees toward the sides of your ribs. So you create a little resistance for yourself within that stretch. Release your feet and return them to the wall. Keep one knee bent as you re-extend the other up the wall. Rest your hands interlaced on your shin, and as you did earlier, lightly press the bottom of your foot into the wall as you energetically drag it towards the floor. Externally rotate your upper thigh and place your outer ankle against your extended leg in a figure four formation. Hold your calf with one hand and ankle with the other as you gently draw your leg toward your chest. Rock your leg from side to side and make some small circles in each direction, just creating some mobility in your hip joint. Rest your outer ankle against your extended leg just above the knee. Stay here or start to bend your extended leg, sliding your heel down the wall. Rest the back of your arms to the floor again, either in that cactus position, or you might take a hold of opposite elbows this time, creating a frame around your head. Adjust as you need to. Remember, you can slide towards or away from the wall to make this work a little better for you. And you can always just rest your arms alongside your body or back on your body to help connect into your breath again if that serves you in this moment. Take your time easing out of this shape. Let go of your elbows and slowly re extend your legs up the wall. Take a few breaths here, resting your hands on your body again. Moving to the other side as you're ready, bend the opposite knee into your chest and place the sole of your foot against the wall. Place your outer ankle on your upper thigh, feeling for that external rotation of the leg to help get your foot there. Scoop your legs towards your chest, rock it from side to side. Circle your leg around 4 or 5 times in each direction, moving in a way that feels good for you to create a little bit more open space in that hip joint. Rest your ankle on your extended leg. Drop the back of your arms to the floor. Stay here or bend your knees into your chest, any amount that feels good for you. If you took a hold of opposite elbows on the other side, you could do that here, switching which forearm is on top. If you forgot, just cross your arms in the way that feels the most natural for you. That's probably the way you did it last time, and then you'll just switch from there. Allow your breath to move freely on its own. Settle your attention on the gentle expansion and contraction that naturally occurs with each breath. Release your arms and slowly re extend your legs up the wall. Rest your hands on the front of your body again. Breathe into your hands. Bend and separate your knees, placing the soles of your feet together to set up for reclined butterfly, also known as Supta Baddha Konasana. If you have a block, you can set it on your pubic bones and rest the back of your heels on the top block for added support. You can also make a small loop to wrap around the balls of your feet so you feel more held in place and don't have to make quite so much effort through your hips and low back to stay in this position. Once you get yourself set up well, rest your hands to your body or drop the back of your hands to the floor as you prefer. Take 10 slow, steady breaths here, counting your own individual breaths as a way to stay present to yourself during this time. If you lose track of your count, don't worry about it. That's okay. Just do your best. Come back to it as you become aware that you're lost in your thoughts. Use that breath and that count of your breath again as an anchor for your awareness, grounding your presence into your physical space. If you are still counting, let go of that effort. Feel your body against the ground. Deepen your breath as you slowly release your legs from the shape and set your props out of the way. Guide your knees together and re-extend your legs up the wall. Place the heel of your hands just above your hip crease. Take a deep breath in and then press your hands into your legs as you exhale to traction your lower back. Do this a couple times. Bend your knees again to shift into a spinal twist. Keep your knees tucked in close as you lower your legs to one side. Place a block or a rolled blanket in between your knees to add a little more stability for your sacrum and lower back. If you feel crowded against the wall, slide yourself away until your feet can rest comfortably on the floor. Place the palm of the hand closest to your legs on the open side of your ribs. Guide your breath into your hand. Deepen your breath as you begin to unwind. Rest for a moment with your feet on the wall and your spine in a neutral position before moving into the opposite rotation. As you're ready, drop your knees to the other side. Turn your head to look in the opposite direction of your knees. Place your palm on your open side ribs, guiding your breath into your hand. And say hello to Violet. All right, we'll finish our practice today in a folded position, either a plow pose on your back or a seated forward fold away from the wall. I'll demo both starting with plow, so just do whichever one feels most appropriate for you and your body today. If you would like to go into a plow pose, come onto your back again. If you have them, place your rolled blanket and sandbag nearby. Press your feet into the wall, pulling your heels towards the floor to lift your hips. Take one leg at a time overhead. If your feet make it to the ground, you can place that sandbag over the backs of your ankles to hold your legs in place. Slide that rolled blanket underneath your mid to upper back, letting the weight of your back drop back into the blanket. You can rest your hands to the floor or wrap them loosely around your legs. Check to see that your neck is still in a neutral position and not pressing into the floor. While I didn't show it here, you could place a folded blanket underneath your shoulders and upper back to give your neck and head a little bit more space. If you find that your feet don't quite make it to the ground, you might consider rolling up and taking a seated forward fold instead. To set up in a seated forward fold, sit up and extend your legs in front of you. Elevate your hips on a folded blanket to assist your pelvis in tilting forward. Start with bent knees, rest your upper body on your lower body, and then slide your feet and sitting bones apart. Use blocks under your forehead as you'd like to support your head and give your neck a little break. Stay in the shape of your choosing for around another 10 breaths, counting your individual breaths again if you found that helpful. To come out of that seated fold, grab opposite elbows, stretching them forward and up to unfold into an upright seat. Take another gentle twist in each direction. If you're in a plow, remove the weight from your legs and slowly roll down over the blanket to come into a variation of supported fish with your legs up the wall. Lying back over the roll like this can feel quite nice after being in a fold for so long, so feel free to rest here for as long as it feels good for you. And you might even decide to lie back down over the roll if you came up into that seated forward fold. When you're ready to close your practice, bend your knees back into your chest, roll gently to one side, sliding that blanket out from underneath you. Finish with a gentle twist, just a few breaths in each direction before bringing yourself back up to sit. We'll finish there today. Thank you so much for showing up and staying until the end. I hope you're feeling a little bit better than when you arrived. Please give this video some love by liking, sharing, and leaving a comment. Subscribe to my channel and let me know what else you'd like to see.